It's starting to come together. Let me give you a little bird's eye view here. I already showed you these, but it looks pretty cool when there's more in there. So, a couple of things I'm doing a little bit differently. That's going to be the kitchen. I made it a little bit taller, and that's going to work out okay. And I'll get to those reasons soon. And I'm not finished framing this out because I'm waiting on the AC. It had to be delivered. They didn't have one in stock. I cut out the countertop, and I'm waiting for a delivery on the Wilson art. Part of the problem, well, it's not a problem. I made this, I usually make these 20. Usually make them 20. I made this 18. I had to take that 2 inches off because getting into this little tiny dinette seating is very difficult to wedge a normal sized person's rear end through there. So I cut that back a couple of inches. I'll work on how I design the table, going from, squared off to pretty rounded here, just to try to get, you don't want to be knocking stuff over. It's embarrassing. And then, so that took 2 inches off, and it's fine. Probably no one would notice if I hadn't told you. And over here, I'm going to put that whole closet. And I got the door traced out, and it's going to be right to the edge right there. You can see where that's sitting. And that way it doesn't need any trim, anything like that. I try not to make too big of a mistake. But on these Scotties, the door really does stick in about 2.5 inches. So that, and I think it's about 21, 22 inches wide, and it'll go right over to this point right there. So that'll be just all door right here. All door, all cabinet. Now, what I got to get to is I'm giving serious consideration, kind of threw this down, dropped it, but you remember this guy, and we've made those before, but I may run my kitchen cabinet up here, and I may run one of those off just all the way back, right off of there, all the way back. I think that might be pretty cool. And I'm putting consideration into doing the same thing over here. Just doubling it up right there. And then maybe just a small shelf across the back. Just to, stabilize things. Just to stabilize things, because we don't have a front cabinet. I may have to put something up there on the front just to make me feel better about it being stabilized. I don't know. I'll tackle that when I get there. But I wanted to let you know where I'm going. Just want to let you know where I'm going. And that's where I've been today. Like I said, I've got a short morning. This was really all I was able to get done. And I think I only had, it's been about 4 hours. I know it doesn't look like much, but I had to put a lot of ciphering into it. Lots of ciphering. So you can see, look at that. Bunch of work going on in here today. So I'm going to, Chris Abbey stopped by, and he got that gigantic rock guard for us. He's going to fix that, make it pretty. And another little project I got him working on, but that's where we're at. I'm going to, I've got something I got to do. I'm going to get out of here, and then I'll catch up with you probably tomorrow, but it'll probably still be in this video. Just had a quick inspector meeting. Just want to show you where we're at. We laid this piece across all the way, stability, then made these dinette seating. You can see they're only 25.5. So 2 people, that's it. And that's cool though, that's what they want. And we mimicked the old school Scotty, which isn't too far off of what they're doing now, that we're doing in 82, I should say. So one thing I did save we got the putty on there. We gotta sand it all down. I'm gonna let that dry tonight, and I'll probably do that in the morning. But I saved the tops. Isn't that cool? That's still got the. Looks like I'm working. Still got the those tops there. This is going to light up when I put amber shellac on it. I'm telling you, you'll hardly ever see it, but it'll be one of the most beautiful things in here. Those tiger stripes will pop. I'm telling you, they're gonna pop. And it's pretty cool that I was able to save them. It took I probably could have made 3 sets in the time that it took me to save them, to get all the nails and everything out of them. But this gives me a good start for tomorrow morning. I don't have a lot of time tomorrow. Got a lot of plans for tomorrow. But I know that that's my measurement. So that's it. Now I can come back here and I can figure out how high up I want to put the bed. And then wherever that is, let's just say for the sake of argument right there, then I can go over 48. And that's it. That's done. And then I can take that measurement to that measurement, and I can start on the kitchen. It's a shame to cover this part up, isn't it? Man, that's nice. Anyway, I can do that. Maybe I can get the kitchen done tomorrow morning before everything I have to do. But again, 48 over, I've got my measurement, and it's going to be real close to that seam. Probably hang over the seam just a touch. And then I can set the door. The door will start there and go over to the wheel well. I have to go back and look at my measurements and look at the video. But then that tells me if I can get that closet in there for her. If I can snug that door up right to the edge of that seat, that'd be cool. Within, an inch maybe. Then I'll have as much room as possible to put her closet in for. All right. Shop inspector's just inspecting the tools, making sure that I put everything away properly. I assure you I did. He's pleased. He's sitting proud of the work that was completed here today. So I'll check you guys in the morning. Well, looky there. Not really that easy to tell that that's a 1982 Scotty versus a 1963 Shasta Compact. They're not that far apart at this stage, but they're a world away when you finish them up for sure. We have installed our little keeper together devices. And let's get a little look there. See that? Look at that. And that right there, you'll see a lot of this in the back, and that looks great. I love it. Get my finger out of there. And right here, a fair amount of that is going to be covered up. But what isn't, it's gonna look great. Man, there's just a lot of character in that. Man, like it. That scorched walnut looks nice. It always looks nice, though, doesn't it? I mean, that sun's kind of glaring in there, but that's where we are today. Got the wheels off. I've got everything is bubble on, square, north, south, east, west. There's maybe a little better look at that scorched walnut. These little cat's eyes or whatever knots you want to call them. You can see them really good back there from that other angle. And you'll see some going across here too. So I think that's a real nice choice. That's going to work out real nice. So I've got to build the front part of the wall, the front part of the roof really. I get this 48 on and leave the back part off, but I'll probably still build it, because I want to be able to build my dinette seating, measure for that door, and then I can tell what I'm going to need. Because on this side, as always, we got that dinette, but remember that dinette is just 26 inches. And then a 48-ish, 46 maybe, kitchen No, they want the bed to come out 48. So once I put this 26 in, pull that 48, then I can tell what exactly my kitchen is going to be. Now on this side, customer texted me some, what am I trying to say here? Don't worry about those. Those will all be covered up. Well, anyway, 48-inch bed, 26-inch, then the door. And from the door to the 48-inch bed tells me how much cabinet/closet I have. Before we knew what the exact measurements were going to be of this, which I had no idea, I've never seen one of these in person, she wanted this really nice retro Magic Chef. It's real nice. We've used those before. You've seen them in that that turquoise color. This one's white, and this is what she wants: two-door. That's a big refrigerator, and the only place probably without making the kitchen too tall. I mean, that thing's like 36 inches tall, so that means you need room on the bottom. You need room on the top. So she said, "I don't care what you have to do. I want that refrigerator in this camper." So that means the only logical place is probably this closet that she had hoped would be a closet to hang clothes we had a discussion on. She said, "I don't care if I lose my closet. I've got to have that refrigerator." So customer made that decision. There's no going back now. So let me get started on that front and back roof, and then I'll get started on that dinette, which should be short work because they're only 26 inches wide. I saved them. Normally I wouldn't have. Where did I set those? Oh, here they are. I kind of like the doors. If I can reuse the doors, I think I will. I just think they're neat, but I got them over here, so I'll just pattern off of them, and they're going to make it better. We're not going to have all this half-stepping stuff, you know? I don't like that. I don't like half-stepping used stuff, you know, scraps. We don't do that. We're not going to build it out of, look at this. That should be a 1x4. Come on. John Serro's turning over in his grave on that deal. But whatever. We're not a negative channel. Just wanted to point it out. All right, let me get started so I can show you something positive.